Hello, boyos. Welcome to the internet. You just caught me from a nap. I've been sitting here for 2 hours watching YouTube, letting this bike charge. But before I did that, I rode for an hour out into the wilderness. You could barely even tell. You can kind of see like the dirt specks on there, but these were like getting full of dirt, as you can see. And I wore it off. I christened them officially. All right, go. Yeah, this mirror didn't get attached properly, so it's kind of just barely hanging on. If I could screw it off, I thought, it's kind of not in the way. I'll just leave it there for now. I need to get this readjusted completely, but it's too tight with the tools I have. I can't fix it, so I'll have to wait till I go back to the shop and I get the switch put on. I'll get that mirror fixed. Oh, I'm tired. Can I do it now? Sweet! My thumb isn't too fat to fit here and pop my visor. The reason for that is because I reattached the pieces came. You see this mirror so dirty. I reattached all the pieces on my helmet, not all, most of them, because most of them fell off because I crashed and I wasn't recording, which is really frustrating. I'm gonna tell that story pretty quick. Rode not far from my home to go to the gym, and it had these new tires on it, which you saw last week, had maybe 5 miles on them. New tires, and it was below zero. The ground was freezing and slick. So for all those reasons, I was driving nice and slow like a good little piggy, and yet, for whatever reason, when I turned into the parking lot, I was so angry when it fell down. I think I yelled, "Not again!" as it went down, because there was no reason for it, and I had, crashed out long ago doing the same thing, and I was specifically trying to avoid it. So I was mad that it was more or less out of my control. Anyway, it went down, I went down, slammed this again, frame crash bar did its job, and it slid very far, even though I wasn't going fast. It just fell down. It just like butter, just floated across the ground because of how slick it was. It went like 50 feet, so like from here to that light. And anyway, I hit my head. Thank goodness I was wearing my helmet, but because it was just around, like, not far away, I decided to not record. But now I wish I had recorded, because the camera was on my helmet. I could have recorded. I didn't think I was going to crash. But anyway, I hit my head, and I immediately was like, okay, I have a headache. So I'm going to not go to the gym, because I don't know if it's a concussion or something. Who knows? I'm not going to agitate it. So I'm just going to go home and take it easy. With that, I also hit my hip and my leg. Well, my leg was pretty fine, except for a couple little scratches, scuffy thingies, and my hip hurt. But that went away pretty quick. My headache went away in like an hour, so I'm fine. I went back to the gym this morning, and I crashed this like 4 or 5 days ago. I get on the leg press first thing. I put the weights down because it's been a week since I've been on there. I pushed the leg press 3 times. On the 3rd time, I felt a nerve pop napping sensation right here. And I was like, abort! And that made me annoyed, because dude, I've been out for so long. I'm literally being careful, and something's always broken. So I don't know what that was, but I was like, abort. I'm not going to stress my leg anymore. And it may have been from the crash, or I call crash. See, it wasn't like a crash. It was just laying it over. It wasn't a big deal. At least not big enough. Anyway, moral story, going back, when I smacked my head, my helmet, most of the pieces broke off, so I had to pick them up, and I reassembled it. And when I reassembled it, apparently I changed the position just slightly enough to where my thumb could fit in there. Yeah, I thought so. Maybe not. Anyways, what I want more than anything right now is to get away from being stuck between these freaking slow pokes. Let's go! Yes! Oh no, don't you freaking do it. Yes! All right. Oh, I got stuff to talk about. Next thing, I am going to be giving away a lot of my helmets, a lot of Ruroc helmets. I have a lot of Ruroc helmets. I don't know how I'm going to give them away. I just know I'm going to give them away. A lot of them are used. Some of them are used more than others. They're not bad. I'm not going to give away any helmets that would not be safe to wear as a quality check. I recently went through all my helmets, and I kind of rated them and graded them and figured out what I have, so I know, what I have. They're all a bunch of large Ruroc helmets, pretty much all Atlas 2.0s, mostly. Most of them are used. I do have some new ones, but I don't know how, but I'm going to give them away. I just need to get rid of them, because I counted. Dude, don't feel bad about me giving stuff away. I need to. I have so many helmets. I counted. Guess how many helmets I have? Here's a hint. It's a lot. The correct answer is 31 helmets, which is insane. Now, 3 of them are snowboarding helmets, but still, like, that's over 20 motorcycle helmets. It's insane. And most of them are Ruroc helmets. Anyway, so the Ruroc ones, I'm giving away most of them. I'm going to keep a couple. I'm keeping this one because I use this one, my Atlas 3, and I have another Atlas I'm going to keep. But the rest of them I'm just going to give away. So I don't know how. My first thought was to just have a meetup in a few months, and then just do like a raffle and just give them away, and there you go, unceremoniously. My only real trepidation with that is I really wish I could give them to people who need them. I wish there was a way to where someone's like, hey, I don't have a helmet, but I have a motorcycle, I need one. Like, well, I have one, here you go. That's what I'd like to do, but I don't think that's possible. I don't think there's a way to what's the word, just monitor that. I think they're just gonna end up going to whoever. But worst case scenario, it goes to somebody who never uses it and it sits on their shelf. In my opinion, the helmet's better sitting on their shelf than sitting in my storage. So I'm giving them away. I just don't know how or when, really, but I'm just putting it out there because it's a story, and that way you guys can hopefully give me some cheat codes and go, hey, if you're giving away, why don't you do this? This sucks. Useless. Are these rotated the same? They are not rotated the same. I don't know if you can see this, but this guard is about level and this one is vertical. I don't like that. Not that it really matters. The rotation of this mirror is too far back. This one is forward correctly so you can get the right amount of vision behind you, but this whole thing needs to be rotated, and my Allen keys just, I don't know if they were Loctited down, but this needs to get rotated, whatever. I'm still glad I picked up the bike and I'm using it with these tires. Oh my gosh, the past hour, hey, there's a green car. Past hour, I was riding out here and I took a lot of off-road stuff, like I said, and I was gonna make a Finally Friday on the way out here when I was doing that, but I thought, what if it's technically illegal? One of the places I got lost in, I wasn't sure like where I was. I was actually lost. I was like, how do I get out of this freaking field? Go! Yeah! How do I get out of this field? And then I noticed like wired fencing way out in the distance. Like, oh, why are there fences? Am I on somebody's property? Like, I had been out for like 20-25 minutes. Just, I didn't know where I was at that point. I was on a development land. Like, they were going to build houses. That's where it started. And then it may have been somebody's land. I don't know. But I chickened out. I was like, okay, I need to find my way back. But then when I started heading back, I didn't know where I was. Like, I can't get out of here. It's like a maze. And I eventually did find my way out, and it was very exciting and thrilling. I was like, what if I got caught out here? What if I'm in trouble? But no, it was good. So that's that story. That's just weird to me. That lady like totally looked back well before I caught up. Like she heard me coming. Now that's normal on any other motorcycle, but this one's quiet, or so I thought, but people will still look back, so they're hearing this bike. Just to be fair, it obviously ain't that quiet if they're looking back and hearing it. Now it's not super silent, and it's more loud than it was because of the tires. And speaking of loudliness, I had an idea. I was thinking, torque is king, I wish I could do more, and then I had a thought. This bike, I'm pretty certain this year anyway, I know this model does, has a chain conversion kit, and the reason you'd want to do that is if you're going to go like hardcore off-road, you're going to get mud, then you'd want it. But I don't want it because I like how smooth and clean the belt is, and it works for me. But then I thought, what if I wanted to, he's going to do it, I'll let him. Still got his turn signal on. Come on now. Commit. There you go. And I was like, what if you could re-gear this bike and gear it down like I did with the 650 and make it more torquey? Because I have enough top speed. This thing gets up to like 80 pretty comfortably. If I could gear it down, like if I did a chain conversion, right? And then I don't know how to do this, or if it's possible with the zero and the parts. If somebody happens to know this, please tell me. But my idea is basically do a chain conversion and then re-gear it, do different sprockets, and then go from the top speed of 80, bring it down, like add a couple teeth on the rear, and then boom, you get more torque, you take more power, like boom, that'd be awesome. That would be expensive, I know that. I mean, like the chain kit, I assume you have to buy Zero's chain kit to even get a chain on this thing. And then even if you did that, I don't know if you can then buy, I don't know, any old sprocket kit, because Zero doesn't have other sprockets. I don't know if it's really possible, but the idea was re-gear it and make it more torquey. I wish there was a way. That's an idea, not that I'm going to do soon, but if there is, yes please. I had a cop tailing me, not tailing me, how do I put this? I parked, charged it, and then a cop parked opposite on the other end of the parking lot, and then nosed at me like he was eyeballing me and my bike. I'm not paranoid. I know what that's like. And apparently I was validated because finally, like an hour of me charging or whatever, he finally drove up next to me. I was like, am I in trouble? And he goes, hey man, how do you like that bike? And I was like, okay, cool. What? Are you Walter Rippick? Who's that? So, what's the model? Oh, you are Walter Rippick. I was gonna ask what model that is. It's called a Zero FX. So ZERO. And then FX is this bike.
You said FX?
Yeah. FX. There you go, yeah.
Look it up.
Yeah.
I watch your videos, man.
Thanks. Sorry I don't have any spam cards. I'd give you one.
Oh, yeah.
But thanks for saying hi. All right, have a good day. Anyways, he comes over and he says, how do you like that bike? And so he just chatted me about motorcycles out of his car window for like 10 minutes, and so that was really cool. But I was right, he was eyeballing me and eyeballing my bike, but I'm paranoid. I was like, what did I do wrong? Why is he watching me? But nah, it was cool. And I told him what I tell you guys, which is, it sure is fun, but I cannot recommend you go buy an electric motorcycle because the technology just isn't there yet. But if you have a Zero dealer and they'll let you test ride or demo ride a Zero, most places do, if they'll let you, go do it. Try it. Try this bike for free if you can. It's absolutely worth it just to try. This bike looks freaking trash. It's a little trash. It's been laid down once on this side. I'm trying to remember exactly what the crashes were like. At least once, and over here twice. Had a couple good ones on this side, but it's holding up. You can see. The sun's right in the way, but you can see it's all scuffed. But it saved my my lever. I was like, where's my lever? Oh yeah, it doesn't have one. But it saved my lever, so and then they're doing their job. Oh look, a brand new remote, and it works. I'm very happy. I mentioned last week or the week before that Chubby Buttons, they sent me a replacement, and I don't know if they know who I am. I just bought it as a customer under my legal name on Amazon, so I like to think the special treatment I got is the special treatment they'd give to everybody, but I don't know that. But I like it, and they were nice, and this is just a thought I had. I don't think I'm ever gonna have any sponsorships anymore. My thing used to be, I'm not gonna do a sponsorship or something like that unless it's something I actually care about or like, which I maintained for a long time. And I think I did a helmet speaker, and then of course I did Ruroc for 2 years because I liked the helmets, so that all made sense. But now after that, I think what I've decided is I'm never going to do a sponsorship for anything. And the reason for that is because, oh hey buddy, the reason for that is, stay on! The reason for that is because I may like the product or the company, but if I'm sponsored by something, the product or the company could change, and then I could change my mind. But I'm sponsored and I can't speak my mind, and I don't like the possibility of dishonesty or not being truthful about something, so I want to eliminate that. And then also there's just this freedom with like this remote. I bought my own darn money. I can say with the balls I want. I could crap on it if I wanted to. And if I like something, I'm going to buy it myself anyway, so what do I care if someone wants to give me something? I'm just going to be in total control. I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this. I'm so happy about today because it is, well, I don't know what it is, 59 or 63. Either way, it's good. And I've been looking forward to today as of a few days ago. I was like, oh my gosh, Monday's going to be amazing. I'm going to make a day out of it. And I did make a day out of it. I prepared, did all my errands and stuff, and then I got out the right time. I rode, I sat outside, just watched YouTube for 2 hours while this thing charged at a gas station. And then oh man, been having a fantastic day. And the next 3 days it's supposed to just snow. I'm gonna be snowed in, so I went out and got all my groceries, got everything stored away so that when the snow comes I can just stay home. I got the video recorded so that when the snow comes I could just be home editing. Ah! Yeah, they're screaming. I was screaming. It was all horrifying. This USB hub thingy, cigarette lighter adapter, I think it's 50 bucks from Zero, but it has been rusted out from water. And I don't want to buy another one because I know that will have the same problem. This is a freaking motorcycle. There's going to be water in it, so there's no way to avoid it. It's going to get damaged, so I don't know. But I haven't been able to charge my phone off of this bike in months, over a year. But it hasn't been a problem because, you know, and the phone doesn't die in the time. This bike lasts for like maybe an hour, so the phone isn't going to die in an hour anyway. The phone has better battery life than my motorcycle does. Oh, that's what the other part was. Yeah, Zero also sells a Fox shock for this bike, and I don't know how much better that'd be. I can't imagine it'd be that much better, but that'd be pretty badass to get a new Fox shock and paint that red and then have that put in, I don't know how much better that'd be. I'd have to be, whoa, this bike, I'm still a little nervous about dipping it all the way. I haven't drugged the kickstand on this bike yet. With the last tires, I could bank it hard, but I'm not that confident in these tires yet. I haven't scratched my kickstand. Anyway, it'd be really cool to do that, like get that spring, but I don't know if it's necessary. I don't want to put in all the money on this bike. I just want to make it like about as good as it can be. And it is, the tires are like the best thing I could have done. Anyway, whatever, I'm happy with the bike, and I just wanted to let you know how happy I am, because I'm freaking boring and obnoxious, and every time I ride it, I'm sure every time I tell you how much I love it, but because I want to be responsible. I love it, but I realize it's not a good buy. So be aware of the cons of this bike if you're possibly interested in it. And I could say that because I'm not sponsored by nobody, and I'm just my own dude, and I can say whatever I want. Freedom! If this bike had more range and I didn't have to go home, I'd go out and ride, oh my gosh, so much more. But the joy must be limited. So I'm going home. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video didn't suck. If it did, let me know. Also, in the comments, the one thing I'd ask for is, what ideas do you have for me giving away those Ruroc helmets? I'm going to give them away. Just don't know how or when. So give me ideas if you have them. Thank you very much. Okay, bye.